It's Margaret Skype, and in this short video, I want to talk about a topic that's been hot for the past 1 month, I want to say. So a lot of you have messaged me through messages or emails saying, let's raise this topic about GIA, about the fact that they want to change the grading system from grading with the 4 C's to premier or standards. We still don't have any news on how they're going to do it. So in this video, I just wanted to address some of your comments and some of your questions that you have been asking me in the last couple of weeks. Number one of my clients have stressed an issue that she feels that there should be different laboratories that grade lab-grown diamonds and different laboratories that would grade natural diamonds, and that GIA should never grade laboratory diamonds and they should only grade natural diamonds, and let's say IGI should only grade laboratory diamonds, and that way there would be that differentiation, I guess, of services. But to answer your question, that is impossible, because at the end of the day, yes, people have reputation. Yes, businesses have to figure out how they want to be seen by the consumer. But at the end of the day, it's all money. And if money is on the table, if GIA can make extra money in order to grade laboratory diamonds, which are now in massive amounts on the market, then they will always take that opportunity. So at the end of the day, money in business wins a lot of things. So I don't think that will ever happen, that you'll have laboratories that would grade lab-grown diamonds and laboratories that would grade natural diamonds, and they wouldn't touch, other types of stones. Because if you think about it, this is not the first year things are happening. We had massive drawback when there was cubic zirconia. Did you know that cubic zirconia at some point costed, I think, like $1,000 per carat? Because when it first hit the markets, it was so new. It was this placebo to diamond. A lot of people started buying it. And then as the time passed through, it became nothing to, I think right now it's about $10 per carat, from $1,000 per carat. And at that point, I remember there was a lot of people talking about how, there shouldn't be cubic zirconia because it looks like diamond and it gets people confused. And then there was moissanite, which also took over at some point, because that was a good stone to have if you wanted to have something other than diamond that had a nice hardness and sparkle. So lab-grown diamonds, although this time is much different because they are the exact same thing as the diamond, they're still in a way a placebo to the real diamond. But if moissanites and cubic zirconians was not, laboratories would not be interested in grading those, because obviously there's nothing to grade. In this case, laboratories are interested in grading these because they are exactly like diamonds. So this brings me to a point of another person commenting and saying, well, this is a good thing. This person, this commentator that left this comment right here, felt that it's a good thing because it is now proven that the lab diamonds are great and they are of a much higher quality. And so GIA is showing that they're a much higher quality by having to group them and to just grade them differently than natural diamonds. Now, to your comment, I do agree that this is a breakthrough because it's a little bit different. But I think that the reason they're doing it is just because there are so many lab-grown diamonds on the market now, and most of them are just the same. I have stressed this before. Most people, because the money is not an issue with lab-grown diamonds because they're so affordable, most people are not going to go for SI or I clarity, for example, or H or I color, because there is no need. You can now get a diamond with amazing clarity and color, so there's no need to go after lower clarity or color. So in my opinion, I understand GIA. Think of it, they're getting all these diamonds in, and they're all the same, VS, VVS, F color, D color. So in a way, they're trying to group them because they understand that the earth mine diamonds come in all colors and all clarities, and they still are in demand. So there's still eye clarity diamonds that are natural that are in demand. There's still IK color diamonds that are yellowish tone that some people absolutely hate, but there are others that love them, are still in demand, because if you want a natural diamond and you can't afford the VVSD color, for example, or F color, you would naturally go for whatever you can afford if you are just adamant about it being natural. And there are people that are adamant about their diamonds being natural. So I don't, and then there's another commentator that keeps saying that this is ridiculous. This is actually devaluing the lab-grown diamonds and can be perceived by a lot of ladies as devalued, because now all of a sudden you're going to come and say, oh, well, do you have the real GIA certificate or that other GIA certificate? So your stone is lab-grown. And I also don't think that's true either, because if at the end of the day you trust GIA for who they are, for their strict guidelines, and you want a certificate that you trust, this has nothing to do with showing off, then in my opinion, a different certificate might not be a bad thing. I don't know how they'll group it. I don't know how they'll decide on premium or standard and what they will actually include in the GIA certificate of the new grading system. But at the same time, I don't feel that it's devaluing lab-grown diamonds in any way. I also don't feel like it's, showing that the lab-grown diamonds are better in any way either, because it's just logical. The lab-grown diamonds are good quality. Because people buy them, the demand for lab-grown diamonds are in higher clarity and higher color system, right? So in my opinion, it's neutral. It's not either or. In my opinion, we're just gonna have a new certificate that will have different way for us to understand, and that's about it. I don't think with this move they are trying to devaluate or on contrary show anything. I don't think so. I think that it's purely a business decision that just makes sense at this point. I know some of you think DeBeers is after this. I'm not sure. Maybe, but I'm not sure. Those are my 5 cents. We're still waiting for their grading system, and as soon as I hear it or see it, you'll be the first to find out. It's Margarita Skypin, and I hope you enjoy my channel. If you do, please subscribe.